I'm an American living in Sweden, and that sometimes means that I get homesick for certain food. The food I get homesick for the most is food from New York City. Bagels, lox, some really good New York City pizza, but one of the biggest things I have cravings for, which you can't find in Europe at all, especially not in Sweden, or I haven't seen it yet, are half-sour pickles, like dill half-sour pickles, which is kind of crazy because Swedish people put dill in everything. At the farmer's market this weekend, they had these, some really awesome looking pickling cucumbers. So, instead of being homesick for half-sour pickles, I'm just gonna make my own. I need to give credit where credit is due. Everything I learned about fermenting comes from Sandor Katz's amazing book, The Art of Fermentation. Half-sours get their name from using half the salt of a normal brine. For every liter of water, I'm using 2 tablespoons of salt. Add the salt to the water, stir it around so that it dissipates, and you're halfway there. What I've learned the most from The Art of Fermentation is that you can be incredibly playful when making pickles. Today, I'm keeping it classic, with a bunch of dill and a head of garlic, as I'm jonesing for that classic half-sour. But a more frisky Daddy Joe could add hot peppers in this brine as well. I've washed off my cucumbers and now I just simply drop them into the jar. This is very, very, very complicated stuff, as you can see. I've waited one day, and the pickles have just been chilling right here where I left them. Inside, there's not much going on. It's still a waiting game. Here comes the fermentation magic. While we've been waiting, a transformation has been happening, as raw cucumbers start giving off gases and the entire jar fills with bubbles. Maybe I waited too long. The water is murky with loads of bubbles, and there's a head, almost like in a beer, at the top of the jar. It's time to stop and taste. What I'm hoping for are half-sours, so exactly as it sounds, halfway between a fresh cucumber and a full kind of yellowy pickle. Here you can see the inside. So I wish it was a little bit wider. Now it's time to just put them in the fridge and eat them. And that's how we do half-sours. I'm starting to feel a little bit more like home. Hope it's not too salty for you. Is it very salty?
No.
It's not too salty? Little bites, buddy. Those are
Soft. It's good.
That's good? Daddy made that all by himself.
Yes.
He made those pickles all by himself.
I made